So we talked about season 1 of SUPACELL. We kind of did a brief recap of everything. Now, especially since they've recently got renewed officially, let's talk about what we think is going to happen in season 2.
First of all, congratulations to Ratman and crew on season 2. Much deserved, man. Definitely happy to hear that. They didn't waste any time, which tells me that Netflix has confidence in this series. They saw the positive reaction it got online. Probably tells me that it did well number-wise. So very, very excited to see what's next. I already had a few ideas on where we were going here in season 2, but this is just this kind of got me theorizing a little bit more now that it's official, that we're not just fan theorizing.
Sure,
well, we're still fan theorizing, but it's going to be something that we can compare it to, actually.
Got you. Okay, so then I guess we can kind of start where we left off. By the way, spoilers if you haven't already seen SUPACELL season 1.
Part 2.
Right. Yeah. I think we're good. Okay, so the end credit scene had homeboy Crazy. And
tell your mama I fell back on her.
Oh, yikes. And in walks the white leads of this whole institution behind the whole SUPACELL gene. And it looks like she's the head of the whole thing. This is the lady that we saw at the beginning who was the head of the Sickle Cell Research Foundation.
The Sickle Cell, yeah. I didn't put that together until the very end. I think my wife might have mentioned it. She was like, oh, yeah, that's the Sickle Cell lady. I was like, oh, shit. It is her. Right. Yeah. She was just kind of random. She came out of nowhere, and it had been a minute since we had seen her. So
yeah, we didn't see her since the first episode. So I'm assuming she'll play a bigger role in what happens in season 2.
So she's the bigger boss, right? Like the guy that we saw obviously is somewhat of a minion or not a henchman. I guess he's a little bit more than a henchman, but he's the mini boss. Mm-hmm. And it even looked like he's going to get straightened out a bit because just like she said to Crazy, you fail too. So shit rolls downhill. I think with Crazy being dead, it opens up the playing field for a new like in your face villain, the one that'll be there episode to episode. Mm-hmm. I think because I think it'll end up being somebody on the team. I think they kind of foreshadowed it with homeboy, working for the what was his name? Strong dude working for the company.
Oh, Andre.
Yeah, he actually went. Andre, there you go. He went and worked for the company. I think that's going to be foreshadowing for something to come. It's either going to be somebody else in the group betrays them, or we find out that those future, whoever they were fighting in the future, right, when they went forward, maybe that's like alternate versions of themselves.
Okay. That makes sense. I was going to say, there has to be some kind of link because they still haven't even gotten to the point that Michael got into the future. They only got to the death of Homegirl. They still got more to see before they get to that future. So
also, did we ever quantify how far into the future we went? Like when we see Michael and he had his power, they never really said. There was nothing that would have given us any indication how far they went. Ooh, I guess Michael had a little bit more facial hair. His hair had grew out a little bit. He had braided it down, but it wasn't like there was no clear indicators on exactly how long. Nobody said anything. So that's another thing too. And then within that, right, with us not knowing how far they jumped in the first place, does Michael ever regain his ability to time travel? And the one thing that never really got explained to me, which I'm sure that they cut it off so that it adds tragedy to the show, gives us some motivation going forward, yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. But they never really explained to me why he can't go back. Like he was able to go back all these times, but like when they died, he went back. So why he couldn't go back? Why couldn't he go back after? I guess they need to regenerate their powers. They don't really have full strength of them at that time. Okay, once I got it, let me just go all the way back. Let's just hightail it all the way back because I feel like I went equally as far equal distance forward, right? When I went to the future, that was kind of the same amount from where I was. I was just going forward instead of going back. So why is it so much easier for me to go into the future great lengths than, kicking it back a few weeks so I can save my girl? It just feels like we kind of made that have to stick. So it's Michael's motivation since he's the main character, kind of. I don't think we've seen the end of his girl. Let's just say that. Maybe that's something far down the line, but I don't think she can go on for real.
I really hope not. I mean, I think they had a good thing going.
Because that was a silly way to go out. Go home. Okay. Michael. No, I said go home. Okay. Michael. No, go home. Okay. Michael.
He was a little nuts. Okay. So then I guess individually on each of the superhero characters, what do we think is going to happen with Taser? All right. He's got to go through another season arc. Does he give up the gang lifestyle, or is he...
Your Taser, bro. You're gonna stop running around on these streets, man. You're gonna be a superhero, yeah. You're gonna straighten up, yeah. You gotta start acting like a good man,
Something's got to happen there, right?
Yeah.
He's just gonna be a gangster his whole life / superhero.
No, and honestly, he has the most predictable character arc of the lot of them. Listen to me, of the lot of them, because his character was, I think, the most clearly headed in the opposite direction of where these newfound powers are going to end up taking him. So, plus, it also seems like he's had them the longest. He had the best control of it. He had the best understanding. He still didn't know where they came from, but he had them the longest.
Yeah.
He was out here using them when he needed them. So, it seems like he would probably progress. If there's any type of extra mutation to their powers, like he would probably get there before everybody else, I would think, because he's had them the longest.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. What about Sabrina, the one with the sister? The sister was dating Crazy. She was dating a guy that she almost killed.
That assault charge probably gonna come back to her at some point. you mark my words. But yeah, no, she's. I think she's going to end up being the powerhouse of the team. I think her kind of quaint and quiet demeanor is a pretense to, somebody coming out of their shell, somebody kind of growing before us on the screen. I'm keeping my eye on Sabrina's character. I liked her in season 1. She was one of the characters that stuck out to me. Obviously, her power set is OP, right? She's got telekinesis, so I think she's going to end up being their sword far down the line once she starts controlling her powers.
Does she become the most powerful one, or does she become like the voice of reason?
Nah, something. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she is the voice of reason. She did, kind of calm down Taser and Mike when they was kind of, spatting in the house or whatever. But so yeah, maybe it's that. I still kind of feel it's like if there's a Jean Grey of the group, it's Sabrina.
But the only reason I asked that is because it seems to me that Tosin is the only one with multiple powers. Yes,
because he can pause time too.
He can time.
He can do everything with time. Maybe just time manipulation is his thing in general.
Yeah. Well, he had another power, did he not?
Oh no, teleportation. He was teleporting.
Okay. So time and place. Yep. I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. He was teleporting, and then he was, which you would have thought the nigga would have thought to teleport his girlfriend home at any point during that fight. But
yes,
especially after she didn't listen 2 times. I told you to leave 2 times, and you still here. Okay, fuck it. I'm just about to teleport you up out of here. I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. She don't listen.
She don't. Okay. Rodney the drug dealer. I mean, he's kind of here as comic relief. So
right on, man.
I can't imagine there's going to be too much of a story, but maybe we get more of an explanation of the racist family that he has behind.
Yeah, I could do without that arc, honestly.
That's literally the only thing he
Leave,
really has.
leave him be. Now we gotta see how his homeboy shuck out out of the in the hospital. But the
No,
whole
they did show him. They showed
was he
his
alive?
friend
He was good.
at the very last scene.
Oh, bet. Okay. Yeah, I remember. Okay, cool. So then, yeah, no, the whole I have a biracial child that I don't claim because my white husband is ashamed of me because of it. So I could do without that. I can do all without that. But yeah, no, they'll find something else. Maybe a budding romance. Him and Sabrina. Him and Sabrina's sister. She gonna be back on the market after my boy Crazy's gone.
Okay.
I just think he's primed for a relationship.
Yeah.
Seems like we're open there.
The final one, and the one I feel like has some of the most substance as far as a background story, is Andre and his son and him just trying to get things all together.
Man. I think that weakness of his son, man, that is going to continue to be a thing for him. Like, everybody else is a little bit more. Everybody else's person is an adult. He's the most vulnerable, and shit. My boy Michael done already lost his person, so it's up over there.
Yeah,
but he is absolutely, and I guess Taser's grandma. But after he took out Crazy, he probably the only one that know about her, or only one of their enemies. Now that well, I guess the government absolutely.
And he knows what happens to his mom. His actual
now he does, yeah.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, all his motivation is either with the gang or.
But with Andre, it feels like a weakness because it feels like a point that people can keep going back to press that button when they need to flip the team or they need somebody to rat them out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like a sore thumb there. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he earns the respect of the team back. I'm sure they're gonna press him on it. They have to. That's gonna be an awkward conversation. We all beat up, stabbed, and cut. And here you done brought these motherfuckers over here to bite us.
That's pretty much everybody. I know everybody's favorite character was Tusi from the gang. The comic relief of their of Taser's gang. That seems to be everybody's like favorite character from the show.
Which one was Tusi?
The one who was like listening to the rival gang's music and like he was the funny kid from the street gang.
The one who got, like, Michael was talking through him at first?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. All right.
Yeah. But all in all, I mean, that's pretty much all of the major characters. Do you think we'll see maybe any new characters come in, or do you think?
Well, I mean, we had 2 deaths, so that would suggest that we're going to get some new characters next season, I would say. What capacity, what role does Michael's homeboy start to pick it up? Does he play a bigger role in the the joint going up now that Dominique is out the picture? Because now you gotta believe me, like I told you, it's getting ready to happen, and it happened now you gotta help me for sure.
For sure.
It's for the world, Craig. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm down. I am so excited to see where this show goes. We don't have a source material to go off of. We don't have any other like any content that is directly related from this creator to kind of compare to. We got a blank canvas, and so far so good. So I'm very excited for where this leads us. Agreed.
And then I believe we had news that there was something about season 3, was there not? Like, I know they're not renewing it, but I think they said they had 3 seasons worth of stories, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that.
He had 2 or 3 seasons, I believe Ratman did, but just now got approved for season 2, so
maybe we'll see something.
Keep going. See, maybe they should have held on to Crazy. See, he wasn't thinking it was gonna get renewed. He like, man, shit, they about to fucking cancel this shit. Just go ahead and get my boy up out of here. Should have kept Crazy. What if one of Crazy's powers, he could spit out bullets?
Something.
Tell your mom I said Wagwan.
Yikes. Any other thoughts on SUPACELL season 2?
Nah, man, that's it. You guys tell us what you thought of Supercell and what you expect to see in season 2. Give us your thoughts, like, share, subscribe as always, and we'll be back with some more content for you.
Absolutely. And make sure that you check out our previous season 1 recap if you haven't already. And like you said, subscribe. We'll be talking about Supercell as season 2 and hopefully season 3 come to pass. Peace.